Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's your day going? Texas Redleg here. I wanted to do a video today on the topic of preserving traditions. They could be family traditions, they could be, passed down from generation to generation, they could be something that you create initially for your family or your niece or nephew or grandchild or whatever the case may be. Um, the world is becoming, I would say a lazy person's paradise. All the automation, all the you know antisocial systems and behaviors that exist in really all of us, to be honest, at some level. But I would really implore everybody to uh, teach the traditions to the children that you have, in your care or that you see, whether they're teenagers or younger. And the traditions could be anything. I mean, it could be anything from learning how to hunt and fish, if that's something that you do. Or if there's somebody in the family that does that responsibly, maybe you should have them, try to instill that tradition of into the kids or the youth that are growing up, because we're losing a lot of this stuff that's basic in the kids today. I mean, I saw an interview on a some media channel, I guess a year or so ago, and they were sort of just gauging the public's temperature or view on food and this and that, and they were basically just randomly picking out people at the store, and they particularly grabbed this younger, looked like a college aged gal, and just kind of going through the store there, and basically he just asked her, where does food come from? And she said, Walmart or the store. So people just think that they just go to the store and that's just magically appears, I guess. So there's a lot of people that are in for a rude awakening if we have a little hiccup in this country. But hunting and fishing is a really cool skill to have. And, with that, along goes, how to prepare for a hunt or prepare to go fishing, how to correctly, harvest the right animal ethically. And then, fishing, same thing goes for that. Know the laws where you're at, know the rules, and try to be as ethical as possible, and follow the correct guidelines and the laws of the state that you participate doing that in. So hunting and fishing is huge. I mean, you can even go as far as gardening. Just knowing how to. You could raise a lot of vegetables in a little 4x4 raised bed garden in your backyard. I'm not the best gardener in the world. I am pretty basic when it comes to that. But if you can grow some lettuce or some peppers or some type of sprouts or something, that might be good enough. But anyway, little gardening experience and knowledge is huge, especially when times start to get tough. So hunting, fishing, gardening, let's say shooting sports, targets, things like that. Teach a kid how to, or even a young adult, how to properly, choose a firearm and safely, handle the firearm, shooting it at the range. Teach proper shot placement and all the mechanics that go along with that, and then how to, clear jams and react to a problem with the firearm in some form or fashion, and then of course how to maintain and clean the firearm. Pistol, shotgun, rifle, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's a really good skill to have. If you can do some of your own things with it, you don't have to rely on a gunsmith or anybody else to help you out with that. Another one that kind of goes along the same path here is camping. Do you know how to pick a campsite? There's tons of videos out there by a lot of people that are so good at that skill. Bushcraft, just kind of rough camping, solo overnights and this and that. But there's a lot of cool basic stuff that you can learn from people that are experienced regarding camping. And that's a huge skill to have as well. Even like sewing and knitting. Can you sew a pair of pants up? Can you fix a hole in the knees of some pants? Can you knit a blanket? Some of these people are crazy good at that skill, and it's a pretty neat thing to have. Another one that I would like to learn that I haven't yet is how to properly, can canned foods like, you know, uh, even meats, vegetables, fruits, jellies, things like that. That's a really cool thing to be able to do, and that's a skill that I'm trying to, learn myself. I'm just got to pick the right, venue to try to learn it. I don't know if I'm just going to watch videos or I'd kind of like. I'm kind of a hands-on learner, so I wouldn't mind learning that skill from somebody, that's really good at it and can go slow and explain how it works. I mean, you can watch only so many videos, but that doesn't always do it. Um, so and also, being mechanically inclined. Hey, can you fix a vehicle? Do you know the basics? Can you change a flat? There's tons of people out there who do not know how to change a flat tire. I do not know how that does not get passed down from generation to generation. I mean, you are stuck. If you don't have roadside service, you are stuck. Or somebody that's a good Samaritan to come help you. I mean, that's a basic skill that everybody should be able to do if they drive a vehicle. Unless you're really old or really frail, you ought to be able to successfully change a flat tire on a vehicle. But anyway, it goes even further. How to maybe fix a clogged fuel line, or top off a radiator, top off your oil, your transmission fluid. Check your battery, all that stuff. Basic mechanical knowledge is pretty important and can save you a lot of trouble down the road and money. Even the skill of like cleaning, cleaning house or keeping things sanitary. That's a skill to have that a lot of people don't anymore. I mean, there's a lot of dirty people out there that just they think that's just how you do it because they've probably never been taught, or they're just lazy. But cleaning and properly sanitizing things is huge, especially during this time of COVID. You know, there's a lot of traditions out there that I think we as people, um, lose because we fail to pass them down generation to generation. And it's something that I think may come in handy in the near future, some of these things, because the world's a dicey place and it's going to get more dicey as we go along here. And I think that anything basic things that we can teach kids or learn ourselves and get better at, is good. So I encourage people to, seek out things and skills that you need to learn and get better at, and then teach those things that you do well to others, especially the kids, so they can have it in their, in the back of their mind, and practice it with them. Take kids hunting and fishing, camping, shooting, all that stuff. They need to learn the right way to do things, and learn it from some Call of Duty game ain't gonna cut it. They need to learn real life skills that are safe and functional, and they'll be better off for it in the long run. So keep those traditions alive, people. All right. Please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate your participation in my channel. And always remember, long live the Republic.